Gotcha. Yes, JJ. Yes. Yeah. Sit. Stay. No. Stay. Stay. Eat. Oh, hi, kitty. Look at, she's come running downstairs. I know, you want water? Her dish is out of water, so she's complaining. I know. Meow. 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 Today's Tuesday. Russ goes back to work today. His vacation time is over. When you work for a bank, you have mandated vacation, which I think is BS. Bank or some other places that have mandated vacations. Hold on, I gotta pee. So like I was saying, I just think it's dumb to have to, you have mandated vacation time. I think that you should be able to roll over your vacation anytime and use it anytime you want. So, on that note, I have such luxury as to have my vacation time roll over. So, I asked off for vacation time from July 15th to August 16th. Yep, 1 month's worth of vacation. I hope to be doing something. My friend and I, my best friend Barbie and I, are supposed to be going on vacation. Hopefully her time is, oh my god. Hopefully her time is approved so we can actually go somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, so I talked a lot about my stroke yesterday, or my parents did. So, more on that. I had a clot. The theory is that because I was on birth control at the time, it formed a clot, and the clot went through a hole unknown to me. I had a hole in my heart. It was about, what did they say, 4 millimeters wide, something like that. It was a big hole for, you know, having a hole in your heart. Anyway, hold on 1 second. So I had a hole in my heart, and the clot that supposedly was formed from the birth control went up to the base of my brain. And the base of your brain holds your visual cortex. That's the thing that controls your eyeballs being able to move around. So when the surgeons went in through my groin, your groin has like 2 major arteries. Your groin on either side of your legs has 2 major arteries. So they did like as far as I understand, they did like a scope or something. They put something up there. They went all the way up from the groin up to the base of my brain, and they like rotor-rooted the clot so that they busted it up, you know. They bust up the clot so the clot can move along, and that's where the stroke was happening, so the blood flow can keep going to my brain. I had slight swelling. Thankfully, they didn't have to like shave my head to get to that clot. The cat is circling. Anyways, so that's the kind of scientific part of it, is why my eyeballs do what they do. So after my stroke, after I got out of the hospital, this was, alright, so I was in the ICU for like a week, and then I was an inpatient well, I was in ICU till Friday, and then I was in inpatient rehab for like a week. And then I went to outpatient rehab for 4 months, I believe. Yeah. So an inpatient rehab, I had to learn how to walk again and also talk. So my mouth muscles weren't working very well. So they said so when I talk, even now today, I will sometimes, especially if I'm really tired, I will slur. My mouth gets very, blah, 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 you know, and my brain still doesn't work that well because I know it doesn't because I can't think of what I'm trying to say a lot. But that's okay. It works well enough for me to be back at work. That was my job. That was my goal when I was in rehab, was to get back to work. So anyways, yeah, so I'm having a brain fart at the moment. You know what I need? Milk. That's what I need. I need a glass of milk. So with my vision, when I got out of the hospital, one of the goals was to try to, ooh, gee, water, Herbie needs water, was one of my goals with me and like my surgeons and my eye doctors and all those folks, was to try to get my vision back to somewhat normal. It will never be normal again. And by normal, I will not be able to see in both eyes ever again. I am half blind. So this is what happened. After they rotor-rootered in my head, in my brain, to get that clot out, it messed up my vision in that my eyeballs went wacky. Like, I am now half blind in both eyes on the left, excuse me, on the left side. So if you stand on my left side and you're like, oh, I can't, hello, hello, if you're not saying words, I cannot see you. Yes, kitty. You didn't like the dog sniffing your butt? Anyways, I can't see you over there. So, I am half blind, and also my right eye does not move, or moves very little. It used to be way turned out over here, like my pupil was over here. So when I have had 3 surgeries on my eye to try to straighten it out and try to fix my vision. So maybe my brain would see 1 instead of double. So I see double vision all the time. That will never go away. During the surgery for my eye, they disconnected the outer muscle here, and they pulled this muscle in and this muscle down. There are 4 muscles. There's the one up, you know, on 4 sides of your eyeball. So, because they disconnected this muscle and they attached it to my skull or orbital bone or whatever there, so that in the future, if there is some kind of surgery to correct blindness due to stroke or muscle atrophy-ness, they still have my muscles, so they could reattach the muscle to my eyeball and do whatever magicians do to fix eyeballs. Yeah, so that's that, and I've had 3 surgeries to correct it, so this is as good as it gets. And when people stare, I feel sorry for them because they're judging You know, they don't know my life. They don't know my story. They don't know me. And quite honestly, unless they ask politely, I don't care to know them either. So earlier posts, I've mentioned that I want them to smile. If they smiled by me making a weird face at them, I'm happy with that. No problems. Anyways, I gotta finish this milk and get water to the cat. Then I'm gonna watch Good Mythical Morning because that's what I do in the weekdays. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Where'd she go? The cat keeps running upstairs. Where's my water? Where's my water? Yeah, she's up. I know, I'm getting you water. In my dirty sink. JJ, don't lick the toilet with water, sink, bathroom, floor. Don't lick the floor. I name everything in the bathroom but what she's licking. Alright, upstairs I go. Water? You thirsty? That's what you want? There. It'll let me pour it in there. Ah, you're welcome. Okay. What the heck is she doing? That's so weird. Alright, back to the room. It's raining. Which is nice because you get all the ice and stuff off the sidewalk and the road. That's always nice. See, that's where the dog turd landed. The sidewalk is not fully shoveled. Oh, a squirrel. She's still going pee. Yes. It looks so gross out there. That's it. Okay. Alright. Time for me to get Russ's keys. And we'll go start the car. That'd be really great if you could. Russ? Russ? He's not even listening to me. What the hell? JJ, sit. You're a good girl. Yeah, stay. Stay. Stay, good girl. Stay. Oh, yeah. Eat. Good girl. Yes, she's a very good girl today. Very, very good girl. Yes. Good girl, JJ. Yeah. Eat slower. I can tell she's eating too fast because she's like choking down her food. Alright, I gotta pee. Hey, time to go to the gym. I just really like this shirt. So you can wear like bright, I got a tank top on underneath my bright bra or whatever. Just really like this shirt. It's also very soft. Yeah, so I'm just waiting on the dog to come back inside. That's what I do over here. Just take the dog out and wait for her. That's my whole life. It's just waiting on the dog to poop. There she goes, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, Russ is supposed to wash my jeans because tomorrow is casual day. We're having a casual day for some reason. And also, I've been volunteered to take calls for an hour and 10 minutes while the foreign team is in some kind of meeting or something. Me and like 5 other people, so 6 altogether. And I guess they're doing that so that they can have phone coverage, you know. Today, I was doing my written, as I do, and come on, JJ, I gotta go. And our FileNet, which is our imaging system or whatever, it went down at like 2:30. And I don't get off work till 6. It didn't go back up until 5:45. And I only had 2 pieces left. I could have got them done, and then if FileNet was still working, I could have got like 10 more pieces, maybe even 20, who knows. I could have got them done, but no. So I don't get many calls because I'm supposed to be doing written. So I get like, the spillover calls, if we're going above however many minutes or whatever. So I got like a few calls, but in between time I was on YouTube watching or listening to little videos and also just looking up stuff. That's what I do at work when I can't do actual work and I'm not getting any phone calls. I'll do a puzzle like online or, work on looking at YouTube or something. Anyways, I gotta go to the gym. Talk to you later. Okay, bye. Hi.
Hey, babe.
10 years ago yesterday. What happened?
You had your stroke.
Yeah. So what happened to you that day?
I just remember I got a message. Someone had called my employer where I worked, and I forget what the exact wording of the message was, but I was a little confused. And I think your brother got transferred through my direct line, and he left me a voicemail. And I don't remember it all, but my supervisor at the time, I told him what happened, and he said, go ahead and go. So actually one of my coworkers actually drove me to the hospital. A lot of it's a blur, but it was, especially that right after it happened, it was a scary time.
So when you got to the hospital, do you remember what happened then?
They had me wait in the waiting room for a little bit. Then I ended up joining the rest of the family in a little while.
Were you there when the doctors were telling Mom and Dad that they didn't think I'd make it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Dad says you prayed. Do you remember doing that?
Not right off, but...
Okay. What about after? Or what else do you remember that day? Anything?
Not really. Just being there in the hospital. I mean...
Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's freaking scary. That's...
I made it.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. We'd been dating for about 6 months, I think.
Yeah, that's about right.
I think it was 1 or 2 weeks after your roommate committed suicide.
Yeah.
And I remember...
That was a bad year.
Yeah. Do you remember when I started remembering things? I took the tube. Do you remember me trying to talk or anything when I had the tube in my mouth?
Not when you had the tube in your mouth. The biggest thing I remember as far as afterwards, when you asked for Frosty and French fries.
That was the first thing I asked for, wasn't it? Solid foods.
Yeah, I know you were asking for me a lot too.
Was I? Well, of course.
Mm-hmm. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, you're here.
That's all. I'm here.
You're here. Yeah. So, not much. I mean, it was a long time ago, but there wasn't much to remember. I had the car.
Yeah, you had just gotten your new car at the time.
My car. I think I had it for like a month and a half. Yeah, brand new. And then I couldn't drive it for months afterwards.
Yeah.
A year maybe, I think. I don't remember when I got my license back.
I don't remember how long you had to be in hospital and rehab and everything total.
That's okay. Mom told it already.
Okay.
Mom remembers. I remember that I was in outpatient rehab for 4 or 5 months, something like that. Or 3 or 4 months. 3 to 5 months. Somewhere like that. I don't remember. Yeah. That's it. That's all you remember?
Yeah, that's the main things.
Okay. I made on Sunday, Makai and I hung out together and we made snow ice cream, which is a treat that my dad would make for us after it was freshly fallen snow. We would get a big bowl of it and you mix evaporated milk and vanilla and sugar, and it's just like vanilla ice cream, but it's not, you know, there's no milk obviously except for the evaporated milk part. So we would do that when we were a kid, or when I was a kid, just cause that was just the thing we did. And so anyways, I made snow ice cream, but we made it chocolate. We put chocolate syrup and some chocolate shavings in with the other stuff, just to make it, you know, not just vanilla. So right here I have made a malt chocolate, but I had some caramel syrup. I put caramel in it as well, the caramel syrup. Look out, JJ. You're in the way. I'm trying to roll over. So that's what I'm drinking here, is I added some milk because otherwise it would be mostly icy. So I added some milk to that ice cream mix, and then the caramel syrup. I added too much caramel syrup. It's very caramely, but I like caramel syrup, so good, I guess. I mean, it's a little bit too sweet. It's a little bit sweeter than I wanted, but it is what it is. I'm still gonna drink it. Drink it slow, or otherwise you get a brain freeze. And the dog is begging. You know, like you do. And I'm just laying here on the floor. I'm a bit tired. Sleepy. Tomorrow is casual day. Russ has put the jeans in the wash and I heard them beep not too long ago. I need to get a pair out so I can hang them up here. So hopefully they'll be dry, because we don't have a dryer yet. I'm telling Russ, once we get our taxes finished, I'm telling him that we're gonna take some of that after we, you know, get his truck running again, and whatever else we wanna pay on. We're gonna save some of that and get a dryer, preferably gas, but we don't have gas hookup in our house, so we'll probably just get electric, just because it is what it is, you know. Until we get gas hookup in our house, it would have to get electric. That's just, it is what it is, like I said. That's about it for now. I'm gonna enjoy my beverage. I'll probably go to sleep because, as you can see, I'm tired. So I might talk to you later. Okay, bye. I'm tired. Very, very tired. I'm going to bed. So, happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is weights lifting on Wednesday. So, that's it. Good night. Toodles.